more of the grittiness. Captain America getting killed.
Well, he did the Books of Doom as well.
See?
Which I've been reading as homework for a future show.
Oh, yeah. Teaser.
Yeah, a little teaser alert.
That's a little teaser for a future show. I think after they have the Falcon show, they are going to have the WandaVision show. That's going to be in spring of 2021.
So we get Vision back,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting for a couple reasons. Because this show is going to feed into where Wanda's at when she comes into the Doctor Strange movie, which again is more of a horror movie.
Yep.
So I think this could be super interesting. I'm interested to see. There's a couple different directions they could go with this, and there's been some. There's a pretty legendary run about Vision and Wanda. And we'll just see where it goes. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't know what's going on.
Hopefully, hopefully, because he's gone from Endgame.
Could have something to do with the multiverse.
But then also too, at the same time, Homegirl from Black Panther pretty much was constructing his brain again.
Yeah,
and that's how they can tie it. I could see that.
True.
You know what I mean? She got enough of his mind back and then created a better version of Vision.
Right.
Which she said that in the movie, she said that it was like shoddy work or some shit like that.
Right,
you know what I mean? So that would be really cool. And then they could tie that into more of the Black Panther.
Yeah.
And I think that would be pretty cool too.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, there's just so many that they could use for the tie-ins for it. And they've teased a lot of different things, just like with the 10 rings and everything like that. They've teased a lot. And then still in the spring of 2021 too, you got Loki.
Absolutely.
Tom Hiddleston.
I think that this will be super interesting because we know now that it's going to have to be the Loki that we saw at the end of Endgame that got away.
Yep.
So the last thing, and I think Hiddleston actually said this in that panel, the last thing this Loki remembers was getting Hulk smashed.
Yeah. So he doesn't remember any of the other stuff.
What also that means is there wasn't that period of growth that character had.
Yes. So he's still evil.
Still douchey.
Yeah. He's still an evil dude. Yeah. And he was always a dickhead anyway.
Yeah. I mean, he's just a bastard.
He was Loki. You know what I mean?
He's like that friend. That one friend.
That one dude that always
really
bums
cool to have
everything
around.
from you.
But yeah, he's kind of a dick.
It never contributes to nothing. It's like you get 2 tacos. He's like, "Hey, can I have a taco, motherfucker?" I bought 2 tacos for me.
Except Loki would have tricked you into giving the taco and thinking it was your idea.
Yeah. Oh, here's my taco. Oh, what? I ordered 2 tacos.
What happened?
And then we got What If?
Yeah. So I'm super excited about What If. Obviously, it's an animated show. But did you see all the talent, like all the people that have been in the shows? There's like 22 people or something.
They're
like
all reprising their roles. You know?
Reprising their roles as voice actors, obviously, for the animated show. And they introduced the guy who's playing the Watcher, and I don't remember his name, to be honest. Sorry about that for the listeners.
But still, that's going to be really cool because they're actually going to be able to play with it like they did in the What If comics.
I hope that's the case. I hope they just take it to the nth degree. Like, let's do whatever What Ifs are creative and different.
And that'll bring along, I think, new writers for all this different material. And you never know what the spinoffs are going to happen. Also, there's a Hawkeye show coming out too.
Yeah, absolutely. This looks really good. And they're going to spend a little more time with him as Ronin. What happened in that time?
Yeah.
So that could be pretty exciting, I think.
And then his daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So she'll be the new.
So he's going to be like the new mentor for her.
Yeah.
The new
Hawkeye in the original Avengers comics was always a dick too.
Oh yeah.
He was just a jerk, always wanting to take over.
Old Clint Barton, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. He was always calling everybody fancy pants or high pockets and shit.
I think that he met his match with U.S. Agent when they were both West Coast Avengers because they were both douchebags.
Yeah.
And they hated each other, so they're like always battling.
Yeah,
which was probably the best thing that ever came out.
U.S. Agent was pretty awesome. Yeah, yeah, it was West Coast Avengers. Come on, I mean, it's like, hey, let's create a new Marvel title, another Avengers. West Coast, cool.
Yeah,
let's put them in L.A.
Let's put them in L.A. because that makes sense. Let's get another little demographic of people. You know what I mean?
No.
Well, I mean, I guess you do have to. The mutants went to San Francisco,
Yeah.
so
And then they ended up in Madripoor,
Madripoor.
the sanctuary. Okay. So do you think we've talked enough about these guys, the Marvel?
Absolutely. I think we probably, since we're in the video world, we should probably talk about the new DC animated movie that was announced.
Which one was that?
Superman Red Sun
Ooh.
will be out next year.
So that is the alternate version of him being a Soviet instead,
Correct,
right? And
correct.
so that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I try to look and see what other ones are coming out because Hush is coming out, or it should already be out right
Hush
now.
is out, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't wait to watch that one. You know,
Hush was a great comic book run, so I'm hoping that it translates well to video, which it should. I mean, or to art or animation.
Yeah,
that's what the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Well, Jim Lee's art was awesome in that run too, because I've been reading a lot of DC here lately, and a lot of the back issues that I got are always pushing all of that Detective Comics and the New 52 stuff. So get to see a lot of that. One thing that we need to talk about the most is the Watchmen trailer.
Yes.
Oh my God, that one it looks incredible.
It looks really good.
Can I have one of those or one of your? The other things. I think that Watchmen trailer is. Pardon the interruption, folks.
Happens all the time in professional radio.
Yes. That Watchmen trailer, I mean, come on. That is going to be badass. It is going to be, I think it's going to be great. I really can't wait to see what HBO does with that series.
I think it looks amazing. Obviously, that trailer just kept going, dude.
Yeah, I know.
And every time I thought it was done, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then it's like, here's some more, and that's cool, too.
Yeah, is Don Johnson on the Owl ship at one point?
Yeah, right?
It looked like it. I was like, oh, my God. And then even the one character, the woman character is looking up. She's like happy to see the owl ship or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, it looks really, 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 really good. I can't wait to see what they do with that.
And then ending with Dr. Manhattan.
Picking up the mask, the Dr. Manhattan mask. And they even show him on Mars at one point in that trailer. They cram so many good clips into that.
I'm hoping that that's not indicative of some previews. But HBO did it. Usually they do a great job. Yeah. So I'm not going to. Yeah. I'm holding out hope that it's going to be awesome. I know, again, some divisiveness among fans. Some people think that it should just be done. I say why? Why? You've got a whole world already built. Yeah, the world is built. I mean, Doomsday Clock is an awesome read, too. I mean, it's just a great book, and if they ever finish it, it's going to be even better. That'd be super cool if they did that.
I know. They're at issue 10, and they've been going for 2 years now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not anytime soon. I think that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to the most, and that's coming out. What is it, October?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be a really big deal, which they gave us a shout out on the Twit feed.
on the Twitterverse.
And if you're on Twitter, look us up. We're at Culture Dropped. We got a lot of good stuff on there. I mean, Dan's been killing it on there for us.
Oh, I just do, bro. I just do.
It's fun. It's fun with all of our stuff. Oh yeah, something else I want to kind of talk about too is the Kurt Army.
Okay.
Really, like I sat in on one of their little watch-alongs that they had. It was pretty cool. We had a good time on that thing. We were watching Escape from L.A. all together. Nice. There was about 3 or 4 of us on there. It was just really cool. We had a good time. We're going to have to do that as a Drop Culture. Watch along with some good movies. I was thinking Tango and Cash, Chud 2, something. I don't know. If there's something that you want to see and watch with us, and then just kind of give us your best, your funnest anything with it, observations with the movie, anything like that we have. We'll put it out there for you guys to get on there because it's just really cool to kind of have that chat kind of going. We had a good time on it. So, and we watched videos afterwards. I don't know. It was cool. It was like going to a really cool party with like cool people. You know what I mean?
How often does that happen?
Yeah, not very often for me because I'm fucking old now. That's pretty awesome. I mean,
before we get off the TV stuff too, Doom Patrol got renewed for a 2nd season.
Yes,
so that's pretty awesome.
That's gonna be good. Now that Swamp Thing is gone, hopefully they'll be back. Maybe in another year. But Swamp Thing's still kicking it pretty good, though.
Yeah.
haven't watched a new episode yet, which I'm going to probably watch tonight.
There you go. Yeah, I'm a couple episodes behind.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff going on out there in the world.
Right. I've been watching, still trying to find the oldest, weirdest movies that are on, and I found this movie last night. This from New World Pictures, and New World Pictures has only really done a couple of movies that I really know of. One is House 2, and which is pretty awesome. But they did this movie called Sorceress, and it is fucking weird. And last night I watched about maybe 30, 45 minutes of it, which I got to watch it again. If you got Amazon Prime, look up Sorceress, and you'll see how terribly bad it is. Nice. But the colors and everything look really cool, but it's a horrible movie. It's about twins and like sword and sorcery. They had a budget.
Is it Barbarians?
Kind of, but not really. It's so bad, though. It's so funny.
Barbarians also a bad movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, who were the twins?
I don't remember.
Oh, my God.
I don't
remember. Chicken Bone, Lucky Chicken Bone. Oh, my God, the Barbarian twins. That takes me back to all of that. Yeah. They were the truck drivers, and then they were barbarians.
They were barbarians.
God, if anybody knows what that is, hit us up so we can look up those movies. Somehow that reminds me of Dream a Little Dream with Corey Feldman.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
Everybody hates that movie.
I don't.
It doesn't really go anywhere. But man, I kind of liked it when I was a kid. I was like, oh, this is kind of weird and deep, you know?
Yeah,
not really.
No, not really.
Okay.
License to Drive. It reminds me of all of those.
That was probably a better movie than Dream a Little Dream. But I think I liked Dream a Little Dream a little bit more than I liked License to Drive.
Yeah, well, I know why. Heather Graham was in License to Drive,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was a weird movie. But we digress into this.
Usually we do.
Yeah, god dang, I'm going to have to look up the Barbarian Brothers as soon as we get done with this, because that was pretty funny. As far as like anything else that I'm watching, I'm still trying to watch as many documentaries, because I mean they're coming up, and
sure,
you know, I'm looking for those older movies. I'm looking for something that I haven't seen in a long time, or even just a weird David Carradine, you know, piece of crap movies, you know, that somebody had.
May I recommend Death Race 2000?
Oh yes, oh what a movie. What a movie!
You even get a little Sly Stallone.
Oh, you get a little bit where he's like a gangster kind of.
He's the gangster driver.
They got points for running over people.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to say this right now. I have not seen one of the new Death Race movies.
Nope,
not one.
I watched,
but Death Race 2000 is hilarious.
I watched a little bit of the newest one and was like, "Oh, it's a new Death Race. I'm gonna watch this." And I got about 10 minutes into it and was like, this is the worst. I am not going to sit through this. Sorry. And I don't really do that. Don't let me
say Death Race 2000 was a good movie.
No, by any means. By any means, no. It just wasn't. But it was funny.
Yeah,
the cars were very badly constructed.
Oh, my God. The 80s are well known for badly constructed cars.
Oh my God!
Minus the DeLorean, and the Ectomobile.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Those were. Well, the Ectomobile was just an old one. It was an old car. Yeah, just an old car.
I'm just going to throw this back to an old episode of Buckaroo Banzai's F-150.
Oh, there you go. The jet car. If you haven't listened to that episode of ours, please listen to it.
Yeah, check it out, man.
Because
we're all our very first episode.
We're all Blue Blaze regulars in this house right now at the Drop Culture Studios. That logo should be like on our building outside.
Absolutely.
And we just put a big old giant Buckaroo Banzai logo out somewhere.
People will think it's the Baxter Building.
Yes, almost.
They're going to think that we're the Fantastic Four.
Ooh, because there is 4 of us.
Yeah, I'm not the Invisible Woman.
No.
I would rather have her power set than anyone, but I'm not her.
No, I'm just an overweight thing. I'm like the thing that has a really bad metabolism, and he just gains weight. That's his superpower. That's my superpower. If anybody ever asked me when I was growing up, it's like, "What do you want your superpower to be?" I'm like, to gain weight. I just want to be fat, please. I want bad cholesterol. That's my superpower. And then I show up to a fight, and I'm like, hold on, guys, I got bad cholesterol. They're like, oh, well, that's a superpower.
There you go.
Just sit on the sidelines there, Brock thing. Well, when it comes to comics, I was kind of doing some research a little bit about what's coming out in new comics. Now, I was a big fan of this because my son bought me, my oldest son, Julian, He bought me an Archie versus Predator graphic novel.
Right.
Great book.
Nice.
They're coming out with a part 2, which is going to be pretty awesome.
Right on.
I'll wait till the graphic novel probably comes out, but it's still so I could read all the way through it.
Sure.
If you get a chance, if anybody owns it, just read it, just for shits and gigs. And then we got House of X #1 coming out.
Absolutely.